You're listening to Comedy Central.
Peace to the planet. Charlamagne Tha God here. Uncle Charla, brother Lenard, here once again to call out the bullshit so you don't step in it. Now, Cam Newton was on the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast. Salute to my guys, Wallow and Gilly. Once the conversation turned towards relationships, Cam began expressing his love and adoration for his parents' 30-plus year marriage. Nothing wrong with that, but it's Cam's definition of what he deems to be a good woman that got social media screaming, "Flag on the play!" Cam said, and I quote, "A woman for me is handling your own, but knowing how to cater to a man's needs. I think a lot of times when you get that aesthetic of like, I'm a boss B, I'm a this, I'm a that. No, baby, you can't cook. You don't know how to be quiet. You don't know how to allow a man to lead." Many people are saying that Cam Newton should have called an audible before he let those words fly. Oh, they drag Cam worse than the muffler on a redneck Chevy. But before we place Cam's Nigga Please award next to his Heisman, let's try to unpack a few things, okay? First things first, I agree with Cam, but there's a lot more to expound on. Cam is correct, but everything he said applies to us as well. Listen to what I said. I agree with Cam, but everything he said applies to us as well. Men also need to cater to a woman's needs and know when to shut the fuck up and allow a woman to lead. That is very important. We all need to learn how to communicate, and we all need to learn how to shut the fuck up. In a world where social media and outrage are America's new favorite pastime, it's easy to see why so many people are triggered, but we can't skip the fact that Cam was describing his personal preference. And let's be honest, we all have them. Ladies, many of you make your preferences known loud and clear, and nobody bats an eye. He's got to be 6 feet, have a six-pack, and make 6 figures, but he better not be working with 6 inches when 6 inches is actually above average because the average slong size in America is 5. Now, is that sexist or toxic towards men? No, it's your preference. So is Cam not allowed to say what he prefers in a potential wife? Well, let's unpack this. Cam said that a woman should know how to cater to her man's needs. Now, if there's one thing that I've learned, it's that for many women, the phrase cater to raises more red flags than a Chinese military parade. Those words have become more toxic than a box of Lucky Charms. The youngins even came for the queen bee herself when they tried to cancel Beyonce on her internet. All right, 17 years after Destiny's Child released their song Cater to You. And I get it. In a new society where women are leaders, entrepreneurs, and heads of industry, certain things can remind us of a regressive, sexist, and chauvinistic past. But guess what? It's okay for a woman to cater to her husband, just like it's okay for a husband to cater to his wife. In fact, the only people that I see complaining about having to cater to their significant others are single people. Oh, best believe that when it comes to a happy marriage, there's more catering going on than at a Rock Nation brunch. I'm lying. Ain't no damn food at the Rock Nation brunch. I mean, I've never been, but I've seen the pictures. Ain't nobody eating. But back to the matter at hand. It's a relationship, not a dictatorship. So while Cam may want a woman who caters to his needs as a man, he should also be ready, willing, and able to cater to her needs as a woman. Unfortunately, Cam failed to explore the act of reciprocity. I don't even know if I pronounced that right, but you know what it is. The practice of exchanging things with others for mutual benefit. Healthy relationships are built upon respect. And just like some of the men in Atlanta, respect goes both ways. Cam also said that he wants his woman to be able to cook. Again, that's his preference. My wife is an excellent cook. On the other hand, I can't even boil water. But my wife learned how to cook from her father. So instead of limiting people to something as simple as gender roles, we should just call it shit you're good at and shit that I'm good at. All right, there are things that you're willing to do and things that I'm willing to do. The goal is to complement each other's needs. And if a woman happens to enjoy cooking for her family, there's nothing wrong with that. She shouldn't be shamed to call it a pick-misha. Hell, I enjoy taking out the trash. All right, there are certain chores that women feel more comfortable doing and some that men feel more comfortable doing. It doesn't make you more or less of a man or a woman, but I'm not going to lie. When my wife is screaming in terror because there's a spider on the loose, oh, I spring into action like Thanos, okay, ready to snap that motherfucker off the face of this earth. And then I bang on my chest and howl at the goddamn moon. Now, this next part is the one that had ladies ready to beat Cam Newton with his own pocketbook. He said that a woman should know when to be quiet. Well, Cam, sometimes you need to be the change you wish to see in the world. Lead by example, my brother. In every relationship, there comes a time when someone needs to be quiet. Both parties involved should watch what the fuck they say and how they say it. Because words are like buying fake Rolexes. You can't take that shit back, okay? I don't care whether you are a man, woman, or both. Being in a happy marriage means never passing up an excellent opportunity to shut the fuck up. The only time a tongue should be reckless in a marriage is inside the bedroom. And finally, Cam wants a woman to let him lead. Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but leaders just lead. I've never seen a great leader yell out, "Why won't anyone let me lead?" Being a leader is not just something you say to stroke your ego. It's who you are and shown through your actions. And guess what, fellas? If you want a healthy, happy marriage, you will also have to follow your woman's lead. And that's a good thing if you marry a great woman. Why would you not rely on a person's strengths if they are there to support you and have your best interests at heart? If your wife has a master's in economics and your ass can't do long division, why the would you not follow her lead when it comes to finances? Hell, women are the only reason many of us men ever see a doctor. If it was left up to us, we'd be sitting at the crib with blood pressure higher than gas prices. Women are the only people who can convince us to go get a finger stuck in our ass to make sure everything is good with the prostate. Men can be 2 seconds away from a stroke talking about, "I just need to lay down for a second. Somebody pass me a ginger ale." Oh, us men will be on a damn stretcher, eyes rolled in the back of our heads, still hollering, "I don't need a damn doctor." Thank God for the leadership of women. Otherwise, our life expectancy would be lower than it already is. So in conclusion, is what Cam Newton said wrong? Not really. It's his opinion and preference for the woman that he wants to be with. And even though he did say that men should be men, he failed to expound upon what that actually means. Yes, there are gender norms in our society, but no person should be forced to adhere to those norms. It's up to you and your partner to decide what's normal in your relationship, even if it's getting fingers up your ass when you're not getting a colon cancer screening. And ladies, if you want to destroy your gender norms, then cool. But when something goes bump in the night and you go to wake your man up, he might be already hiding under the bed telling you to go see what it is. So you better not look at him as a weak beta male. That's still your king, queen. I hope that Cam can gain a more balanced and nuanced perspective regarding his idea of marriage. But if he's willing to die on this hill, there's one thing for sure and two things for certain. He'll be the best dressed at his funeral. Slay, King, slay! And that's the God's honest truth. We'll be back on your TV airwaves this summer on Comedy Central.
This has been a Comedy Central podcast.